trying a new perspective, Pisces. Oh, hold on, I just dropped my cards. What's up, Pisces? This is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Welcome to my tarot table, guys. This message comes to you because you called it to you. You are in complete and total control of this. Take everything that comes out in this message as it resonates. If it comes out as a more romantic message, but it applies to your career, then it applies to your career. It's really about how the energy is demonstrating in your life. And the message comes to you when it's meant to come to you. So it doesn't matter what time. I'm going to go over the astrology. And that certainly is happening on specific dates. But that's when basically the pebble hits the pond and the ripples get sent out. When those ripples meet you, when you connect with the energy, only time will tell. It depends on where you are in your life. So the message always comes to you when it's meant to. But we're going to get into the astrology first. And then I'm going to go over current situation, past situation, and then present situation. And I'm trying a bunch of different stuff with my setup because I'm trying to see what works the best. And I looked into the camera and I thought, oh, that's kind of funky. I wonder how that would feel. So you let me know in the comments below. Let's get into it. The astrology is God. It is God's space. It is very spiritual. A huge impact happens on Pisces this week because Jupiter rejoins Neptune in Pisces. Jupiter is in retrograde and retrogrades back into Pisces on Thursday of this week, so in a day from when this video uploads. What does that mean for you? It means optimism, broadening, expansion, and being able to see lost opportunities or missed opportunities, opportunities that maybe you were rushing by too quickly. But you're going to be seeing these opportunities in ways that, honestly, it's almost like opportunities that didn't see you that are coming around, because this Jupiter and Neptune both are in opposition to the Sun and Venus, all going on in, they're not in opposition, excuse me. Because that's an actual aspect. They're quincunx to Venus and the Sun and the South Node. And what does that mean? It means that there's a little bit of, I'm tired of God not having a part or a role in this discussion. I'm sick of the vanity. I'm sick of the pride. I'm basically sick of all the traditional ways that are valued. How do we get to value things from the sense of, is it aligned with God? From the sense of, is it spiritual? From the sense of, does it fulfill me deep down, even deeper than my heart, into my soul? And how do I bring my soul into every situation? So it's going to get beautifully intense, but also liberated from those chains of thinking that you're so responsible for all these other things that none of us can really keep up with. Others' opinions of us, the way we look, how much money we make, all of those things. It's a sense of breaking through all that crap and finally being able to see beauty, or like I said, have your beauty seen beyond that. Because when the Sun and Venus, and then when Jupiter finally heads into Pisces, soon after that Mercury heads into Scorpio too. You have all that energy in Scorpio, and that's in the dark. All that energy goes into the dark. What do you have when you have darkness? You have faith. That's what you have. And so ultimately there's a sense of all that stuff being thrown to shit and having to feel around in the dark and find those hidden gems. And I think it's your God space and your faith that are really going to guide you there. Let's look into what's happened in the past. We have magic works through you. Now, magic works through you is just it's just very interesting because it's very powerful. So expect that there's going to be a lot of capability in you to not only see where the opportunities lie, as long as you're seeing with faith. It's almost like it's going to seem like magic, but it's not magic. It's you being so aligned with your God space that you see opportunities in the dark because you can. The house of mysteries and the house of endings and rebirth are very, very aligned. So there's a sense of you having kind of the upper hand right now with all the energy located in Scorpio. You being able to see value where others can't. And what that means, is that you can get the upper hand on things. And seems like magic, right? It seems like things are popping up with magic. It's not magic. It's seeing the quality where others cannot. Magic works through you. I just love this. But this was in the past. So you may have already made, remember, Mars is in retrograde now. So you may have already created, and it's actually, I think, squared Jupiter, but I got to check the charts. So you may have already created something that is exceptional, but it went unnoticed. People didn't see it. Okay, they're going to see it. They're going to feel it. And I think that that's more important. We have life is a mystery. So there are surprises for you this week. And we will get into what those surprises are. We're going over the past, which is how you got to current situation. And then we'll go over the future. Okay, we'll get into the predictions. We have life is a mystery. So something very magical already happened to you, but you may not have recognized it yourself. And that it may have actually gone unnoticed or been masked. So a blessing in disguise that worked out to be magical. Turn knowledge into wisdom. This is your card. This is Piscean energy. This is Cancer. I would say Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. This is a grand water trine. This is trust your psyche and your psychic abilities. Because intuitively you already know this. And there's an opportunity or a magic that is still waiting to be revealed, will be revealed to you on the full moon, which is coming up on the 8th of November. But there's a growing energy in that stellium that's gathering in Scorpio that's culminating in that full moon in 2 weeks from now. We just had a very powerful new moon. So this is a new beginning and a new start, but something still has to pop off. It still has to. So we have be loyal to what you love. This is Cancerian energy. But it's also a real good piece of advice. Be loyal to what you love, and you have been. I don't think you had a choice. You're such a creature of the heart that there is a sense of, but I love it. If I love it, I do it. It defines who I am. It's everything that I am. And you dreamed, I really think you dreamed this world, this into being. So interesting. Lay a solid foundation. Now this is completely different energy. This is Virgo energy. And immediately when I saw that, I was like, what happened in Virgo season? What was going on in Virgo season? Which I would like for you to tell me. What was going on in Virgo season? We have lay a solid foundation. Beaver spirit. You were working really hard on something that was manifesting from your divine inspiration. I don't care what it was. I don't care if it was medicine. I don't care if it was music. But it was manifesting from your divine purpose. Because this is saying it's never actually happened before. It was coming out of and through you. So this was definitely something brand new. Okay? Learn from the past. So this is, your mother inspired this. Or it was something that you've learned from your parents through experiences with your parents. It was inspired from a long time ago. It was inspired from growing up and watching other people maybe fail, maybe suffer, maybe hurt. It was a long time coming. And that's why this is still coming out of the past. This could also have been secrets that were kept within the family. Things that people didn't want to say or didn't want you to know or didn't want you to talk about. There's a setup. What's happening today? Time to let go. And that's that Scorpio energy. So you're going to get a huge release this week of all that pain and all that suffering and all those things that people told you you had to be ashamed of and you couldn't talk about. There's also secrets coming out about your family, specifically surrounding your mother, that maybe somebody asked you to keep a secret. It's caused you a lot of suffering. It's caused you a lot of pain. And with all this energy in Scorpio, there's a sense of that pain being exorcised, because honestly, it doesn't fit your spiritual self anymore. It's getting in the way of your being able to be fully yourself and you're being able to be creative. And honestly, Pisces, it doesn't feel like they're your secrets to keep. It doesn't feel like it's your responsibility. It feels like this is a burden that you have carried for way too long, and this is a catharsis that's long overdue, but it's here. We have a rebirth is assured. Time to spread your wings and fly, baby boo. Time to be able to navigate the darkness, and you will be able to. And I think in some ways you forgot that you even had wings. These could have been talents and skills that you had to suppress, or because you were suppressed. Don't do that, do this because this makes us feel more comfortable, or blah, 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 blah. And that could be what you're learning from too. It could have been a parental experience, like realizing that your parent was as talented as you were, but they did nothing with their talent. They did nothing with their skills. They did nothing with their dreams. And it's almost like fulfilling it for them as you fulfill it for yourself. A complete catharsis, breaking those family patterns or those family. This wasn't necessarily a curse. This was a decision to back down and hide. And you're not doing that. And I think a lot of effort and energy was put in so that you don't do that. Or if it was blocking you, or intentional blocks were put in your way, this is the pain that you finally get to break through. This is over with. It's like the pain has finally meant something. There's finally a purpose for it, and there's finally freedom from it. We have know your worth. Damn, if this isn't the best place to end up in this reading. Right? What a great place to end up in this reading. I'm different. I'm odd. I'm not conventional. And I am who I am. I just absolutely love everything about me. So this is a sense of I like who I like, and I like what I am, and I like who I am. And ending up in a place of a lot of confidence and self-esteem after the release or exorcism of these terrible, horrible, sad things, right? That are definitely coming in through your family line. You have a lot of Cancerian energy here. And even Elephant is usually matriarchal, but it's family lines. It's the memories of. But this is all the past. So much bullshit adding up from the past. And now finally being released. And I don't mean released as in you say it's over. I mean emotionally, it's finally over. Like it doesn't have any impact, control, or power over you or influence over you anymore at all. And then we have in the future, as we start looking into predictive, take time out, you're letting your guard down, you're opening up. No more blocking, no more listening to people who scream and yell and bully you. No more of that. You're all done with that. It's over with. A sense of even buying it, even believing that anybody could hurt you or harm you or has the capability. It's almost like a sense of the less you believe in somebody else's power over you, the more powerful you feel. And so there is that inverse proportion, right? As somebody loses their authority over you, you're not going to care what they think anymore. You're not going to care what they feel, because you're seeing how diminished they've become. And now you are transcending and rising up. As your oppressor falls, you rise. Whatever that is, it may not be a person. It may be a set of ideologies or beliefs. It may be a community. It may be a job. Whatever it is, it's losing its power. Because it never had any real power of itself. There was a sense of getting the power from the suppression of somebody else. Or through the expectation of making them keep secrets. And as you deflate, as you let the secrets out, they deflate. They've really got nothing but hot air. We have a new start is coming and surrender to the divine. And hello, if the astrology does not agree with that, amen. This is the new moon showing up and the divine purpose showing through. So it's almost like giving over to God, trusting. It's saying that you took a leap of faith in where God was directing you. It went against maybe everything that you had gotten comfortable with, but that's that quincunx, right, to the south node. It's like, I'm tired of what people feel comfortable with, and I'm tired of being responsible for what makes people feel comfortable. I'm done with that bullshit. From this point on, what's going to happen? From this point on, I'm going to trust where God is leading me. And I think this was a huge act of courage on your part, Pisces, because, I mean, there wasn't anything tangible to back you up. This surrender to the divine means that ultimately you're just allowing yourself to trust what you know in your heart, but what you have not seen, or maybe in some ways even felt externally. This is also a time frame. So this is between the new moon and the full moon. So this is between October 25th and November 8th, where you're able to finally confront the bear and put down the bully. However this is resonating with you, let me know. I'd love to hear your comments below on how this is impacting your life. This energy is impacting your life. Let's dig a little bit deeper. Okay, who are the major players in this, Pisces? Who are the major players in Pisces situation? Six of Cups, a love affair, a romance, or family. A love affair maybe from the past. So it could be somebody that you love, a friend from the past, a connection, an intimate connection from the past, from your family, love in the family, also your childhood home. A Knight of Pentacles, so it could have been somebody who really wasn't worth that much. They spent their whole lives doing the work of somebody else, slaving away, not really getting anywhere, but holding everything down, holding everything together. They were really responsible with money, reliable, but it would have been somebody who was a little bit mundane and, every day. It's also hard work. Let's keep getting into it. The Lovers are here, so that implies, first of all, Gemini energy. It could be a Gemini, but it also says that this was somebody who was extremely attracted to you, or you were extremely attracted to. You have Six of Cups and the Lovers. Basically what this is saying is it took a long time for you guys to get here, but the connection is so raw and so real, it can't be ignored. And then we have Page of Wands here. So this is a new beginning and a new start. Something refreshing. Totally refreshed. Completely. And then we have Six of Swords. Being able to move on from the struggles and the sadness. But it came out, I think, in reverse. So that tells me that even though you got a fresh start, it's because you never really got over it. I think there was a lot of growing up that you guys had to do. It was definitely a lot of growing up that somebody had to do, or something that happened while you were growing up, which is now what you're releasing. Okay. As we get into the nitty-gritty, what is this take time out? Well, what can we expect around this new moon, full moon? Three of Cups, enjoyment. Being around friends, being around people you actually like, even a celebration. So there could be some sort of announcement or celebration that you're going to in relationship to these two cards that just came out. Let's see. We have the King of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this was somebody who was extremely depressed and became very manipulative because they had nothing. They felt broke. They felt poor. They were poor of spirit. They didn't have much of a strong constitution. They could have had a drinking problem as well. This could also be a confrontation of doing something that made you ashamed just for the sake of money, or doing something that maybe not even made you ashamed, made you feel lesser than, you know, or always having to do jobs or work that, you know, made you feel like crap. Almost like feeling like you were selling out and it was causing depression. So this could be describing them, or it could be describing how it impacted you. But it's almost like there was this energy in the past where somebody had to do anything for money and it made them feel worse and worse and worse about themselves. But ultimately, there was slow growth over time. A Page of Wands is a new start over something that you couldn't get over. And this is where the celebration is stemming from. This is where the party or the togetherness is coming from, and not too far from now, in about 2 weeks. Let's go to the extended, guys. I'll see you there.